Hello everyone, I'm Said Mandegar. Welcome back to yet another tutorial. So great to have you here. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to light up this interior scene for a cozy night vibe using Vray lights. This is the third part of our series. Make sure to hit subscribe for the next episodes. And if you missed the last one, check out the link in the description, up in here or at the end of the video. Let's dive in. First up, I'm gonna add a hidden light in the ceiling. I left some gaps up there during modeling phase, and now it's time to put them to good use. If you're curious about how I create the ceiling, go back to episode 1 and check out the part about the ceiling. This hidden light will be attached to a custom shape. I'm gonna create a shape using a spline, assign a sweep modifier to it, and convert it to an editable poly. I usually go for a cylinder shape for this hidden light. Adjust the radius based on the gap in the ceiling, and once it's done, place it in its position. It's time to assign a mesh light to it. Convert it to an editable poly. Now I can pick that as my mesh object. Hit up the light tab, Vray lights, and under type, choose mesh. Click in your scene, go to modifier tab, and under mesh light, pick mesh. Click on that custom object, and the object just became a mesh light. Now I can go straight into the settings or leave it default and tweak it during the live rendering. Let's add another mesh light under the upper cabinet to give that kitchen area a bit of a glow. This time I'm gonna create a cylinder shape since it's gonna be a straight line. If you're going for a different shape, follow the first method I used for the ceiling. I select the cylinder shape under the geometry tab and start dragging. Adjust the length under the modifier tab. And I need to rotate it 90 degrees to see it. Now that it's in the right shape, I will move it to where I planned during modeling phase. And if you're curious about how I did that, check out the modeling episode in this series and look for the kitchen part. Once it's in the right spot from the top, switch to the side view to make sure it's good from all angles. Basically, things are gonna look good when you check it from top and side view. Once it's perfectly placed, I will convert it into an editable poly so I can assign a mesh light to it. I will hit up the light tab, Vray lights, click somewhere in the scene, right click, go to modifier and hit up pick mesh under the mesh light. For better control, I will give these lights some proper names in the Vray light lister. Up until now, I've just made some objects and tagged them with mesh lights, no tweaking yet. Now, let's hit up the camera and start IPR rendering to see the result and adjust those lights' intensities. Since I'm only seeing the kitchen mesh light, I have to increase the lights multipliers to light up the scene with it. Let's see the result. Okay, it's lighting up, but I still want more. Alright, this amount of light is enough for now. Once I added all my lights, I can come back and fine-tune those two hidden lights based on the overall vibe of the scene. Let's move on to the next light. Hit up the light tab again, choose Vray light, and this time let's go for a plain light. Quick note here, don't place your plain light too close to the wall. If you do, it's gonna blast too much on that side and you will end up with the weird shadows. Also, make sure the plain light is double-sided and, of course, invisible. Place it closer to the ceiling than the floor, somewhere in the middle or a bit higher. Let me give this one a proper name. Alright, the next light is gonna light up on top of the island and chairs. When I'm designing, I toss in lighting objects to highlight certain spots and add a bit more drama to the space. I will turn on the snap tool. Here, it's a tiny area, so I wanna make sure the light plane covers the whole gap. Once it's created, I will switch to the side view and move it to the right place. Quick tip, don't bury it too deep in the object or it's gonna shoot out a tight beam. Keep it near to the outer space of the lamp object so it covers a broader range. This time I wanna see the source, so I'm gonna make it visible. No need for double-sided. I got one more gap in the ceiling. I want some lights to shine down on the standing area and amp up the whole kitchen vibe. It won't be too much light, but it's definitely gonna do some magic on the lighting. Once it's created, I will switch to the side view and move it to the right place. In this shot, the Vray plane light is doing great in the living room area. But hold up, I'm spotting some shadows. Let me shrink the plane lights and tone down the multiplier to fix that. Now, problem solved. Cracking up the intensity gives my sofa a bit more drama. Move on to the island lights. It's looking good, but I want more light. There we go. Now it's playing nice, lighting up the entire island surface and the top edge of the chairs. Now let's heat up the last light, the one hanging out in the ceiling. As I crank up the intensity, it starts hitting those upper cabinets, but I still need a bit more contrast. Let me show you each light source separately so you can see their vibe in the scene. This is the first ceiling mesh light and kitchen. This one's for living room, island, and the kitchen light. And this one is the combo of all lights I threw in this scene. Alright, in the next part of this video, I'm gonna spice things up by adding a backdrop. Sure, we can do in the post, but let's see how we can do it in the actual scene. The vibe and the warmth of the background can totally change the game, affecting the edge of your window and overall feel of your interior scene. And there you have it. Hope you enjoyed the ride. If this video was your jam, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell to catch the next episode. See you soon. Have fun.